21 years old. You know, like he's still got a lot more developing to do as an athlete. I think it leads to confidence. You know, there's no secret to the recipe of why it happened. He busted his ass with Chuck and the strength staff, competed all winter workouts. He's in the best shape of his life. He's eating well. Not that he didn't. I think it's just learning what works for you and just consistently showing up every day, and then the fact that, you know, he's still a young kid at the end of the day.
When you've got an offensive line like this team has this year, experience, depth, how much does that open up what you can do? How big of an advantage of that is that for Drew?
Oh, a ton. Like Doc and that whole crew. I think what doesn't get talked about, like quarterback, you talk about IQ and football stuff because we have the ball in our hand every play, but we have an extremely intelligent line. Coach Trout's done a great job with that whole group. With Shelley, all the way across the board, Venga, Doc, all them guys. Like, the more that they can, it starts up front. So the more limited they are, the more limited we are, and that's not the case here. Like, they've played a lot of football, they're football junkies, and they're able to handle a lot of stuff at the line of scrimmage quickly. So the sky's the limit with that in terms of our offensive IQ. It's insane up front.
How hard is it, Danny, to get on the same page, use a cliche, with Drew with not one, not two, but three guys?
How hard is it, you're saying? Well, you're up against, you're battling time, right? And, you know, with a couple of them being here in the spring, that helped a lot. But, you know, the thing that we're emphasizing now, like, let's say Drew takes the first rack of plays, like, get with those guys, grab the iPad and go talk to HUD, go talk to Pena, go talk to Devontae, and then the other guys that have been here, but, like, just to get that chemistry of what they're seeing and why. Drew will put little cut-ups together in the downtime to kind of watch a few things. So it's been an accelerator, right? Like, those guys have played a lot of football, so they're at a higher starting point than most. But just the lingo and what Drew's seeing, what they're seeing, like that stuff is just daily deposits on the chemistry part of it. So it's been good.
Have there been aha moments where you go, yeah, they're jiving?
Oh yeah, plenty. Yeah, plenty. Even today, like where you typically see it in the pass game is like the anticipation throws. The ball's up before they break, and it links up in the right spot. Like that's a nice little check as a coach. Okay, we're on the same page. And more importantly, they're on the same page. Because sometimes it's gray, you know what I mean? And you have to go through some of the bumps and bruises of camp where we throw it high and he shapes it down and they talk about it, and then you see it the next day where they connect on it. Like you see little glimpses of that each and every day, and they're starting to compound a little bit more.
With the schedule it does make sense. With the schedule out of the box, there's going to be an opportunity for the on-the-field ramp up of those things too, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, then you got to get in and have the live bullets, so to speak, and it'll be no different than practice. Like game 1 to 2 to 3, that continues to build, and you learn lessons along the way as a team, and that chemistry continues to grow. There's no doubt about it.
How do you things feel overall at this point in camp in the second year with Andy and what you guys have been able to build on from last year?
I think there's just a cohesion, no different than we talk about like Drew and the receivers, like us as an offensive staff, the chemistry we have, how we like to do things, feeling comfortable to bring stuff up. We're a very tight-knit offensive staff, and I think that helps because everyone feels empowered to voice their opinion and come out on the same page no matter which way it goes. And we're just starting so much further ahead in terms of terminology and our offensive identity and what we like to do. So that part's been really fun. Fall camp kind of feels like a continuation of last year versus a starting point this time last year. So that part's been awesome.
You mentioned Drew has better eating habits. I know at Big Ten Media Days, Nick Dawkins said that he's going on a cooking venture. Has he discussed any of that with you?
Yeah, so he'll send me pictures of like pretty average looking pasta, but he's very proud that he made it, or he grilled his own steak, you know what I mean? I will take credit for introducing him to asparagus. Had him over and he liked it. I think that was like the second vegetable that he ever liked.
When was that?
That was about a year ago.
Okay.
So I'm not taking credit for his cooking skills, but I get pictures sent and they're fine. They're good looking.
Why do you think he started trying to cook more, even if it is just
He's
pasta?
broadening his horizons, I guess, and he thinks